He's cross-dressing today.
Again. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get weather tight. Stick around, let's make a start. Hey folks, welcome back. We are going to get this finished today, maybe, just maybe. We're going to clamp the side, started getting the ridge trim on yesterday, but what we need to do is just get this Yorkshire boarding on, a bit like this side. Going to close the gaps up a little bit on this west face, open them up on the other side. That's just so the driving rain, we've got enough airflow, but you know, we don't want to let too much rain through. All these brackets are on now, tying everything down, but what I want to do in the future is batten this wall. Or I might need to do that now, actually batten this wall so that we can have counter batten coming across. So our cladding is going to come down over 2 blocks.
You might be confused by his attire. He's cross-dressing today.
Again.
You changed him.
Solid. Right, first job of the day is to get the barge boards up. We're going to go with these Douglas fir, I think they are Douglas fir, maybe larch actually. They're 8-inch boards, 200mm, so they're going to cover all of those little struts that I've put out. Hopefully hang down a little bit too, so that if we ever put a soffit on, it will cover that trim. Ready for the big lift? We'll cut the plumb cut on the ridge afterwards, so we'll just get it on first. Yeah, as long as mine's beyond centre. So let me just see. You going to reach above your head? Oh, I don't know if it reach, it might have to come.
Where am I going?
It's going to come out at the end. You won't reach. I'm just going to see if it'll reach the... Just slide it up the wall. Alright, slight change of plan. We changed from using the big, wider, larch boards to using up cedar, mainly because they were longer boards, so we only had to do it in 2 lengths rather than having 3 joins. So there's just a simple scarf joint there on a timber. It just means that because these are shorter, there's going to be a gap, but our barge trim is 150, so that'll come down to about here. So that should be fine. Neat enough. And now I think we're just going to take the cladding up to here rather than all the way up. It's going to be a lot of scribing to get around these angled purlins otherwise. So if we take it to here, and then in the future we can either put a soffit board in. For now we want the ventilation, or like the other end we might just put some blocking in. That'll strengthen the roof a little bit, but more than that it will just close off the gap that's there. There should be enough ventilation through these. Okay, progress. Everything is battened out now. Vertically into the wall, horizontally to counter batten it. That brings it out level with the battened framing above, so we should all be good. We're going to start from the left, work to the right. Now just like over here, these are 150, or they were, they've probably shrunk a bit. These are 25mm gaps, or 1 inch. Having chatted with a few people about deciding on how big this gap goes, I think we're going to make it slightly smaller. The boards I'm using are cedar. green cedar and larch, so they're gonna shrink in the summer. So I'm gonna go with using a piece of pine tongue and groove. I think it's 15mm, so I'll expect them to end up about 20. Even that on this prevailing wall could be too much, but because we've got a bit of shelter from this barn and we've got an overhang now, hopefully that will give enough airflow but not too much rain kind of getting through the gaps. Trying to use up some of the shorter ones from the cabin offcuts, but I think we're going to be into the new stuff soon. How are we doing, buddy? Feeling better today? Time for a time lapse, I think. Right, as you can see, it got dark. I got on with it without you. Now I'm going to trim all these short. It was easier to do that than trying to guess on the block work or put up a string line or anything like that. So what I'm going to do now is mark a level and then just cut everything off with a circular saw, ideally with a bit of a back cut, just to stop water wicking up the end grain. So if we cut it back on an angle, it should drip off easier. Now my poor old Bosch battery tools are, well, they're like a previous generation or two from what the battery can do now. I'll start with them, but I fear that we might be on the mains pretty soon. Come on, little blue, you've got enough in you. We were so close. We were so close. Come on. Fully charged battery, I think that's dead. Oh, we got there in the end. It's pretty straight. I mean, it's no track saw straight, but I keep reminding myself it's a barn. And you can see I just cut it back a little bit, like on rain screening, so should be alright. I know I just said it's a shed, but we might just run a little block plane over the end there. Can't help myself. Right, back again. This afternoon's job, only got about an hour free, but it's to try and get these barge trims on. what I've done just now is put an extra batten along the wall here to fix this board to. That's going to hang our gutters, and also just means that I can set the last support for this barge or fascia board. We also want to peel off this stuff, protective film. One thing I would mention is this was from Rhino Roofing, not sponsored post or anything, they just happen to be fairly local and usually a good turnaround time. But they don't roll the edges of their trim. This is just a cut finish. Normally it's up out of reach and doesn't really matter. But in the past I had nicer stuff which has been folded in, so it's got a kind of a soft corner. A little bit, because it's only 0.7mm steel, a little bit of a wave in between, so arguably you could put them every 250, but I'll leave it for now. Finally, after 1.5 trims, I'm kind of in the flow, so we're getting these spacings right first, then translating them around, rather than just doing regular 50 centimeters. It's actually 53 or something like that. Just looks a bit smarter, although only if you've got a 3/4 view and you're looking down would you spot it. But hey, no, don't eat that. That's longer than one as well, and I've got the cables coming out. I've managed to do the whole roof without interrupting the cables. They're just doing the lights in the big barn. They really can't be there anymore, so might be something I need to sort at the weekend. I will get this roof done today. It's just dragging on. I've managed to get, yesterday Dad was here for about an hour and we managed to just crunch through a load of wiring. Basically the old wires that, or cables that connected these old buildings to the big barn are partly redundant, so we disconnected everything, pulled it all through. Remember there was like catenary coming across here? We've managed to get rid of that, so the new supply comes in at the other end of this barn, so the old lights can go onto that in the future. And for now, the light that supplied this security light, which is the one that's been playing up for the last 2 weeks whilst I've been doing this roof, I'm going to reuse that cable as the light for this room building barn here. What I haven't got is the board that's going to go along the front here that carry the gutter. I probably left too much, well I did leave too much overhang for a gutter to be hung off that beam we put up there. So what we'll have to do instead is wait until I put the cladding on here, because I was going to board over some of this, and that will mean it will be out another 60 to 70 mil. And then we could hang the gutters on that. That probably would be right. So at that point, I'll be able to put the board along the front and set this out. I know I always say it, this is real life DIY, but flipping heck. I must have bought 3 pairs of tin snips over the years. Cannot find a single one. I cannot be the only one that has tools, like in Beauty and the Beast, that come to life. and disappear and run off. Oh. Probably put it somewhere really clever. It's the problem when you don't use the workshop for workshop things and you just use it for keeping things safe and secure and dry. You just dump it and run. Well, it's been a day of failures. It's been a day of chewing up fields with tractors, pipes not getting laid properly, running out of things, getting trucks stuck, losing tools and unfinished projects. Well, there you go. I can't give you any more than that, and I really wanted to wrap this video up. You've seen all the aspects of the roof now, you just haven't seen it finished, which is what I wanted to show you today. But the cladding was the main thing. We've got that up. There is the other side to do, which is a bit of an odd one. Some of it needs to be weatherproof, some of it needs to be drafty, like this side. So I'll work that out. Most of the boards on at the bottom now ready to carry our gutter. I can't go any further with the ridge trim until I've got these barge trims up to the apex, and then I can put that last piece on. But all that requires tin snips. But I'm really pleased with how this cedar turns out. I've actually run out completely now. I've even used what I really need to finish the far end of the cabin. I've got some larch, I've got some Douglas fir, but all of those are slightly different thicknesses and irregular offcuts. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use those on the other side of this building or whether I'm going to try and hunt down some more. This is a great example of not necessarily following the normal route, which would just be to get tannalized softwood like this stuff, which has obviously lasted well, but that treatment which was put on there in the 70s is probably not allowed anymore. Therefore, going with something like British cedar, it doesn't need treating. It will hopefully last in the same way. It's got loads of airflow around it. It's fairly slow grown as well. That, we've got larch, Douglas fir, all those sort of native species that are durable naturally. And at the end of the day, they're all going to silver down and just look the same and hopefully last the same. Isn't that right, buddy? Going off topic slightly, this is Buddy. He managed to dodge the butcher run by pulling a sickie that day, and then proceeded to lose a load of weight and needed to be nursed back to health. And what happened? Oh, leave the cat alone, you meanie. What happens then is people get attached to him, and because he's been isolated from everyone else, we just let him walk around everywhere basically, which means he's been in and out of the buildings and following everyone around, waiting at the gate, saying hi to the neighbours. And I think you're here to stay now, aren't you? Anyway, he's still not quite right, he's skin and bones, but he's spending his days eating everything. So there it is, you've seen the next stage. We're almost there now. A little bit of interior work to do, get the wiring done, get that last bit of trim done, and then I think we can park this project, because it was an unexpected addition, but it's one of those things that I knew if I didn't do it now, that would not be touched for the next 4 or 5 years, because bigger things are on the horizon. I'll leave it there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because if you thought that was fun and kind of interesting, then this one is about 11 times bigger and 11 times more interesting and exciting, and that starts in the next couple of months. As promised, here's a clip from today. I ended up doing one of those naff little shed diamond style things just because nothing matched up at the end there. The two different pitches and the different angles and trims just didn't look right, so I had to make that up and fold some steel around it, and you know, it looks okay. And thanks for all your support over the last month with everything over on Instagram and the website, and everyone that's ordered stuff. We've got packages going out each day, both from the farm shop page on the website, but also all the merchandise, hoodies, hats, etc., and all the calendars. I think there's about 6 left, so if you want to order a calendar, now's the time to do it. We'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself. We'll see you next time.